Those who hold true power do not give their attention lightly. Their focus is a form of currency, offered only to those who can elevate their position or extend their reach. And yet, even individuals at the pinnacle of status often find themselves inexplicably drawn to you, not by preference, but as if something beyond their conscious will is guiding them toward your presence. What force could possibly stir such fascination in someone who seemingly has access to everything and everyone? The answer lies in two rare and magnetic traits you carry, qualities so profound that even the most accomplished are quietly arrested by them. The first is the resonance of your voice, your words. When you speak, realities shift, doors open, not just for ordinary listeners, but even for those who are used to being the ones who influence and decide. They've heard countless experts, consultants, and visionaries, but your insight stands apart. It is not rooted in formal education or societal grooming. It emanates from something far greater, a direct line to higher realms of knowing. You speak not as a scholar, but as a soul who has glimpsed what lies beyond the veil of conventional reality. And in your voice, they sense the truth they've spent lifetimes chasing, but never fully grasped. In a world filled with calculated performances and carefully crafted words designed to manipulate outcomes, your effortless authenticity strikes like lightning on parched earth. When you share your perspective, whether casually or with intention, something profound awakens within those listening. Neural pathways that have lain dormant for years become reactivated, and soul memories long buried beneath layers of conditioning begin to stir. Those who hear you often recognize the truth in your words instantly, not because you use spiritual jargon or reference ancient teachings, but because your insights come through ordinary conversation charged with an energy that transcends language. This creates a striking contrast. You make complex cosmic truths suddenly accessible, practical, and clear. Even those who have met countless spiritual teachers and motivational speakers find their carefully constructed intellectual filters dissolving in the presence of your message. Your authenticity bypasses mental defenses and speaks straight to the soul, sparking an awakening within them. What you've awakened within them feels both strange and intimately familiar. Strange because it challenges the identity they've spent decades constructing, yet deeply familiar because it stirs their original soul blueprint, that divine design they brought into this world long before society told them who they should become. By simply being in your energy, they begin to perceive everything through a new lens. Choices they once made purely for strategic gain now reveal hidden patterns of meaning, and relationships they maintained for status or advantage suddenly seem empty beside the genuine connection your presence brings to life. The traditional markers of success they've chased so relentlessly now appear insignificant, just markers along a much greater journey. Their captivation with your wisdom isn't mere intellectual curiosity, it's a matter of spiritual survival. Deep within, they recognize that you hold keys to levels of understanding essential for them to fulfill their true purpose. What looks like intrigue is really a soul-level recognition, an inner knowing that you are the guide they've been seeking all along. What amplifies your spiritual authority even further is the surprising form it takes. Maybe your youthful appearance contrasts with the ageless wisdom you share, or your easygoing attitude disguises the depth of your insights. Perhaps your daily work seems entirely disconnected from spiritual matters. Whatever the contrast, it creates a powerful cognitive dissonance that leaves your energy impossible to forget. Society conditions people to expect spiritual wisdom from certain types: priests, elderly sages, recognized gurus. So when profound truths flow from someone who doesn't fit any of those molds, it disrupts all their mental patterns. This high-profile person can't easily categorize you or box you into a label, so you become a mystery their mind keeps circling back to, trying to reconcile the paradox you represent. But this contradiction serves a higher purpose, showing that true spiritual authority is not given by external titles or social approval, but flows from genuine connection to higher consciousness. Your very existence quietly shatters their long-held beliefs about who is allowed to carry wisdom and how it is received. Just by being in your field, real transformation begins to unfold within their awareness. Old ideas they thought were unchangeable become flexible. New questions they never imagined asking suddenly arise, and lifelong priorities now seem open to reevaluation. For someone like them, who has always equated stability with safety, this new internal shift is both unsettling and deeply necessary. They have spent years constructing elaborate systems to keep their world predictable and controlled. But your presence brings a needed disruption, an intentional chaos that shakes things up and paves the way for higher order to emerge. Suddenly, everything in their life takes on new meaning. Business ventures that once seemed like mere profit opportunities now appear as channels for deeper purpose. Relationships that served only strategic ends start to feel hollow when compared to the authentic connection you bring to light. Even the success markers they chased so relentlessly are now seen as nothing more than milestones on a much bigger spiritual journey. Their perspective shifts from playing three-dimensional chess to seeing reality in multi-dimensional layers, where what once looked like simple cause and effect is now understood as part of a complex web of energetic patterns. Material gains give way to the awareness of spiritual meaning woven into every aspect of physical life. This awakening is exhilarating, but also deeply uncomfortable. Elements of their identity built on narrow understandings begin to dissolve. Relationships that belong to their former self may no longer fit, and career paths once chosen from a place of limited awareness might now need to be reconsidered. Yet underneath all this change, there is a growing sense of certainty that they're finally stepping into a more authentic and aligned path. What makes your connection especially powerful is the silent mutual recognition happening beneath the surface. Regardless of social status, your souls recognize each other as equals in the cosmic order. Quick pause, family. If this message is resonating with your soul and you'd like to support this sacred work, feel free to buy me a coffee. It helps keep this space flowing with truth, light, and clarity. The link is in the description. And don't forget to drop number 88 in the comments. Let's keep going. This high-profile person holds their own unique form of spiritual authority, though it expresses differently than yours. While your wisdom comes through insight and perspective, theirs is revealed in decisive action and the ability to manifest visions in the physical world. Your energies are complementary, both equally powerful, yet serving distinct roles in the divine plan. The resonance between your spiritual frequencies creates a harmony that feels like home. And when two souls vibrating at such a high level meet, their energy fields naturally synchronize, resulting in mutual expansion. This explains the deep, almost gravitational pull they feel toward you. Their spirit senses the opportunity for rapid growth that your presence brings. Their interest in you isn't about gaining something external, but about recognizing an internal truth that your energy helps them unlock. You are in many ways a living key, opening hidden doors in their own consciousness. And while your first rare quality radiates outward, your second unusual quality forms a boundary, a profound selectivity in who you allow close to your energy field. This high-profile person is deeply aware of your immense capacity for love, as well as your steadfast commitment to safeguarding your inner sanctuary. In a world where most people scatter their energy without thought, your selective nature stands out in a powerful way. You don't let people into your inner world just because of their status or outward appearance. Instead, you respond to the energy they bring, the intentions they hold, and the level of consciousness they display. Chosen ones, you were never supposed to remember your true identity, but you broke through the illusion. The moment you stopped pretending everything was fine and started questioning reality, you disrupted the system. The archons took notice, and the simulation tried to reel you back in, but you refused to play along. Your energy cannot be manipulated by charm or persuasion. Trust must be earned through genuine resonance with your values and true alignment with authenticity. The boundaries you uphold are not rooted in fear or past wounds, even if life has tested your resolve and deepened your discernment. Instead, your boundaries stem from profound self-awareness and a deep recognition of your energetic sovereignty. You honor the sacredness of your inner landscape and refuse to allow careless visitors to disturb its delicate balance. This mystery, born of your selectivity, draws others toward you with a force they can't resist. People always desire what isn't easily accessible. What is freely given often loses its value, but what must be earned becomes deeply cherished. Your ability to guard access to your innermost self creates an irresistible intrigue, a powerful magnetism between your radiant wisdom and your unwavering boundaries. This dynamic generates a fascinating tension, the perfect environment for ongoing fascination and meaningful connection. If you gave away your wisdom freely, without boundaries, your energy would quickly be drained by constant demands. If you kept your boundaries high but never shared your light, there would be no spark of connection. The balance you maintain creates ideal conditions for true exchange and ensures you never sacrifice your energetic integrity. This high-profile person feels this tension as constructive resistance, experiencing personal growth every time your boundaries challenge them to meet you. On a higher level, unlike those who spread their energy indiscriminately, your selectivity compels them to show up with authenticity and real intention. They don't want easy access. What they value in you is directly linked to the strength and consistency of your boundaries. Each time they earn your trust, they experience a satisfaction that cheap victories and superficial wins could never give. There's a fascinating reversal at play in your dynamic. Society expects people like you to chase the approval and validation of the powerful. But here, it's the opposite. They seek your recognition on a soul level. Your perception of their genuine nature matters more to them than the applause of the crowd. This shift is profound. For someone used to being the center of attention, they find themselves genuinely caring about how you see them. Someone accustomed to having others seek their favor now quietly hopes to earn yours. This reversal is crucial for their spiritual growth, redirecting their attention from empty validation toward real, authentic connection. By longing for your recognition, they begin to see how hollow fame and public adoration are compared to the deep fulfillment of genuine soul resonance. What they seek from you is fundamentally different from the recognition they receive from the rest of the world. They aren't interested in having their accomplishments, wealth, or status acknowledged by you. What they truly want is to be seen, the essence that lies beneath the carefully crafted persona they present to the public. They crave your confirmation that you recognize who they are at their core, beyond the layers of identity they've built for survival and success in a limited world. This longing for authentic recognition reveals a vulnerability that people in their position rarely allow themselves to feel. Most powerful individuals construct elaborate defenses to shield themselves from genuine vulnerability, and the environments around them only reinforce these walls, making real connection almost impossible. Yet your presence somehow penetrates these barriers, awakening a longing for authentic connection that they may have buried for years, perhaps even decades. What makes this relationship particularly profound is the complementary authority you both carry. They hold worldly authority, the power to influence situations, direct resources, and shape events in the physical realm. You embody spiritual authority, the ability to perceive deeper truths, transmit elevated consciousness, and remain connected to the divine source. These aren't competing forces, rather, they are complementary. And when brought into conscious partnership, they unlock potentials neither could realize alone. Their skill in shaping the external world combines with your access to higher consciousness, creating a partnership with extraordinary power to manifest and transform. It's no accident that your paths have crossed. There is a sense that a greater intelligence has orchestrated this meeting, seeing the creative potential that arises when these energies unite. While they are drawn to your light, they also sense the shadows you carry from your past. Far from diminishing their fascination, these wounds make your strength even more impressive, revealing the courage it takes to hold on to your spiritual authority despite adversity. They see how your past experiences have taught you to guard your energy with care, and they respect that your boundaries are the product of hard-earned wisdom rather than arbitrary caution. This understanding breeds respect, not resistance, for the selectivity you maintain. What truly astounds them, though, is your resilience, the unbreakable spirit that lets your light shine even after countless attempts to extinguish it. Where others might have lost their authentic voice through hardship, yours has only grown stronger, more clear, and more aligned with truth. Their fascination goes beyond what they can gain from knowing you. At a deeper level, they sincerely want to support your ongoing growth and healing. They recognize that despite your extraordinary spiritual gifts, you still navigate human challenges just like anyone else. Their desire to support you stems from genuine appreciation, not from any intention to create a sense of obligation. They understand that real connection is built on reciprocity, not on transactions or exchanges. The help they want to offer comes from recognizing your intrinsic value, never as a way to buy your attention or wisdom. What makes their support truly meaningful is the unique kind of power they hold. Their position gives them access to resources, networks, and opportunities that could genuinely serve your highest path. When worldly authority aligns itself with a higher spiritual purpose, the potential for remarkable outcomes multiplies. Their desire to support you isn't a form of compensation for what they receive from you energetically. Instead, it's a natural expression of gratitude and acknowledgement of your worth. Accepting support offered in this spirit allows an energetic circuit to complete, benefiting both sides. Beneath the surface fascination lies an ancient agreement between your souls. Long before you cross paths in this life, your spirits recognize the complementary nature of your missions and arrange this meeting at the perfect moment in your respective journeys. This explains the instant recognition you both felt at your first encounter. Despite external differences in status or circumstance, your souls immediately recognized each other's energetic signature. This recognition triggered a deep activation within both of you, awakening dormant codes within your DNA, like information waiting for the right moment to be revealed. Your connection was never random. It was perfectly timed to take advantage of the unique possibilities present in the current energetic climate. Universal intelligence orchestrated your meeting so that together you could unlock opportunities unavailable to either of you alone. Your soul contract holds a purpose beyond your individual growth. The union of your energies was designed to anchor higher frequencies into the collective field at this pivotal point in humanity's evolution. The fascination between you creates an energetic vortex that affects not only your own lives, but also ripples out into the broader consciousness. When spiritual authority and worldly power come together in conscious partnership, the creative potential is extraordinary. Your connection is the embodiment of perfect, energetic complementarity. Each of you brings exactly what the other needs for full expression. Their platform and influence can amplify your wisdom and message, taking it places it might never have reached otherwise, while your spiritual authority gives their influence deeper meaning and alignment with higher principles. Together you form a channel through which divine consciousness can move with uncommon clarity and impact. Ultimately, the fascination and connection you share serve a purpose far greater than personal satisfaction or companionship. They are part of a much larger design. This union represents the deliberate activation of unique potentials that are vital for the collective evolution unfolding in our era. The resonance you share with this high-profile person is not random or superficial. It is a frequency partnership intentionally designed for these times, meant to transmit very specific energetic codes and templates into the planetary consciousness. Your coming together is part of a greater plan that stretches beyond personal destiny, reaching into the very fabric of humanity's awakening. Now that you're beginning to understand the two rare qualities within you, the profound authenticity of your wisdom and the sovereign boundaries that protect your energy, you find yourself standing at a pivotal crossroads, one that carries both cosmic and earthly implications. The awareness you're receiving isn't just for self-validation or ego satisfaction, it's a sacred call to action. The intelligence of the cosmos has arranged every step that led to this meeting, weaving your personal experiences, trials, and triumphs into a tapestry that now reveals its higher purpose. The way you choose to engage with this connection and with the world around you will shape which future timelines crystallize, not just for yourself or your counterpart, but for the greater community and perhaps the world at large. First, and most importantly, you are called to hold fast to your authentic self-expression. The power of your message lies in its purity, untainted, undiluted, and uncompromising. Any temptation to water down your truth for easier acceptance or broader popularity will only weaken the transmission that makes you so uniquely effective. The universe requires your voice exactly as it is, and you can trust that those meant to benefit from your presence will recognize its true value, even if it challenges their beliefs or disrupts their comfort. Your higher wisdom is needed in its raw, original state because it serves as a catalyst for change, activating the dormant potential in others and in the very environments you touch. Secondly, honor your boundaries with unwavering loyalty to yourself. Pure discernment and selectivity are not barriers to connection, but guardians of sacred space. You know intuitively that your energy is precious and not meant for everyone. Those who are meant to journey with you, whether for a moment or a lifetime, will naturally respect and value the thresholds you maintain. In fact, your boundaries invite others to rise to a higher standard of interaction and self-awareness, teaching through example that true connection is rooted in respect, presence, and mutual growth. Third, recognize the profound possibilities within this soul connection while remaining unattached to a single outcome or expectation. The attraction and fascination between you and this high-profile individual are manifestations of a much larger evolutionary current. The true importance of your partnership may transcend romance, friendship, or business. It may be about collaborating to anchor new frequencies, birth new paradigms, or guide entire communities through an era of transition. Stay open to every way this relationship might serve the greater good, and trust the universe with the details of form and timing. By releasing your grip on specific outcomes, you allow higher intelligence to orchestrate events far beyond what you could imagine on your own. Fourth, embrace the flow of support and abundance that comes from aligned consciousness. Receiving is not a weakness, nor does it create debt. It is part of the sacred circuit of giving and receiving that maintains balance in the universe. When this person, or anyone, offers resources, connections, or opportunities from a place of genuine appreciation, accept them as the blessings they are. In doing so, you complete the energetic circuit, empowering both yourself and your supporters to reach even greater heights of expression and service. Let go of any old patterns of self-sacrifice, scarcity, or martyrdom that suggest you must do everything alone. Collaboration and community are the foundation of this new era. Fifth, place your trust in divine timing and the natural unfolding of this relationship. Remember that the orchestration of your meeting was far from random. It was a carefully calculated event, set in motion by universal intelligence, timed to coincide with the collective need for the gifts you both carry. Continue to move in harmony with this greater wisdom, neither forcing events nor shrinking back out of fear or impatience. There is a rhythm and flow to every authentic relationship, especially those carrying a soul mission. Let yourself be guided by inner knowing, dreams, synchronicities, and the subtle promptings of your intuition. Each phase of this journey is part of a cosmic dance that has been choreographed for maximum growth and benefit, not just for you, but for all who are touched by your combined influence. As you integrate these realizations, notice what's happening within you. Energetic codes long dormant in your cellular memory are awakening and coming online. These information packets aren't random. They're blueprints embedded within you, set to activate at key moments of spiritual development. With each new awareness, you gain deeper insight into your role in the divine unfolding, and your capacity to navigate complex energetic landscapes increases. You may notice heightened sensitivity, increased intuition, or a sense of knowing that transcends logic. Trust these gifts. They are the tools you need for the next phase of your journey. Few people truly understand the magnitude of energy you emanate. This high-profile person sensed these shifts from your very first encounter. They felt it as a change in the atmosphere, a subtle pressure, a shift in the quantum field, an opening of new possibilities. Your presence doesn't just uplift individuals, it changes the energetic architecture of entire environments. This is spiritual technology at work, operating at a level beyond what most people call manifestation or law of attraction. You are a living catalyst for transformation, and your energy accelerates the evolution of everyone around you. Transformation that might take others years, or even lifetimes, is initiated within moments in your field. Insights arrive as direct downloads, bypassing old learning curves. Karmic patterns that would otherwise require endless cycles to resolve often come to completion rapidly when exposed to your consciousness. You are not just a channel for higher wisdom, you embody the frequencies and codes needed for the world to shift from old, stagnant paradigms into vibrant new realities. The high-profile person you're now connected with feels this on a soul level. Your proximity accelerates their personal evolution, helps them shed outdated patterns, and inspires them to step into greater purpose. The magnetism drawing them toward you is not simply personal attraction. It's an evolutionary necessity. As planetary frequencies continue rising, the importance of connections between awakened souls increases exponentially. The networks forming now, built on authenticity and elevated consciousness, will be the foundation of new systems for leadership, creativity, and healing in the coming age. Your relationship forms a nodal point in this emerging network, a place where spiritual insight and worldly influence converge to birth new models of power, partnership, and purpose. Looking ahead, the world will require exactly this kind of conscious partnership to solve its most complex challenges. As the limitations of old structures become more obvious and unsustainable, new models will emerge from collaborations between individuals who hold different forms of power, wisdom, and experience. Your connection is a living prototype of this new paradigm, a demonstration of how complementary strengths, spiritual authority, and worldly influence can merge to uplift humanity. Every struggle you've endured, every lesson you've learned, every boundary you've established has been essential preparation for this moment. You did not arrive here by accident. Trust in the divine orchestration that led you to this threshold. Embrace your gifts, your wisdom, your resilience, and your discernment. Step fully into your power. You understand now that your partnership is more than personal fulfillment. It's part of a sacred, global mission. By courageously answering this call, standing in your truth, and uniting with other awakened souls, you are helping to shape the new world that is now emerging. That's all for today, dear Father. I pray for the deepening of my faith. Teach me to trust you even when I cannot see the way. Let my heart rest in the assurance of your constant presence, knowing you intend no harm, only a future filled with hope, peace, and purpose. Thank you, gracious and eternal Father, for always hearing the cries of my spirit. I offer this prayer in the powerful name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you, Jesus, for your endless love and provision. I am profoundly grateful for your presence and the abundance you continue to pour into my life. If this message spoke to your soul, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with those who need this reminder. In the comments, let us know about your journey and how you're preparing for your own powerful return. To support our mission, consider contributing through Buy Me a Coffee. Your gifts, no matter how small, help us continue creating content that uplifts and transforms. You'll find the link in the description below. Whether it's a penny, a prayer, or a simple share, every gesture matters. Your generosity helps us spread God's word and ignite hope across the world. Don't stop here. Watch our next video to uncover powerful signs that you are among the chosen ones. Thank you for walking this spiritual path with us. We're honored to share this journey beside you. Keep shining, stay rooted in your purpose, and step boldly into the destiny that's calling your name. Until next time, blessings to all the radiant souls watching from around the world.